road to Impact success has not been an easy one to navigate. In Dallas, the team came together for the first time and found their place in the pro bracket. In Puget, the doubt and naysayers were gone, their first pro win. With confidence, the team marched into the Mid-Atlantic Open and found themselves inches away from the gold medal. The rest was history in the making. First place in Germany. First place in Chicago, their first PSP win in 4 years. First place in London, second place in Riverside, and the European Championship title in Paris. There is only one real question left. Is the team prepared to win the coveted World Cup trophy and an even more elusive American Season Championship title?
I don't want to look back. I'm seeing my thought process, or I'm seeing myself in like a couple ways in the future. I'm seeing myself as like a happy person that won the series over there, that wins World Cup, that just has that dream come true. And then I'm also seeing myself that goes, man, we didn't work hard, we were having fun, we were goofing off, we didn't take it serious. So I see both of my mental states in the future, and I don't think, some guys think that way. So when I'm out there on the field, I'm thinking like, what we need to be, what kind of mind state we need to be to win. And I look at, past events and past practices and what our mind state was before we won a tournament. Every time I get fucked on the breakout here, I get shot. I'm just putting you that out there. Whether you guys agree, whatever it is, I'm just saying, you guys broke out clean that time?
Then Zach's going to take the corner and you can play somewhere else.
I started back here.
I know that. You're not allowed to do that.
I understand, but in tournament, it's different.
I know that. I know the PSP tournament. All I'm asking is like how I start.
There's the bulge of that thing?
All right, never mind. You're not going to do it then. Like how it had been in the past when we won tournaments, then I'm going to be upset. If we're not taking things as serious, then I don't mind to be the asshole in a quote-unquote way and just say, hey, this is how it needs to be. So I don't have a problem expressing my feelings. I don't mind. I know we're all friends, and sometimes we don't want to say things that look uncool. I don't give two shits. I want to win. Priority number one. Everything else has come second.
Guys, this is the start of it, right? This is where we get serious now. So really, 2 days of practice.
Well, the one thing that's happened to us over the years in what's been very frustrating for our team has been the fact that we were in a position to win events.
We really got to work hard today. Work your bags off. You got to work hard right now.
So the fear factor for us, or for me, was, can we overcome that kind of stigma that's been with us for quite a while. And I think the big difference that we had going into this year's Cup was that we had everybody on the same page.
Bust our balls to the wall, right? On three. 1, 2, 3. Family!
Kill the snake! Kill the...
We basically hit Sean Murray's personal, it was in his backyard on his own, basically it's his personal lake, and he took us out for about an hour, let us do a little bit of surfing, and then put on a wakeboarding clinic for us, and it was just, he was doing backflips, all kinds of flips. I don't even know what kind of tricks you call these, but it was honestly one of the coolest things I've ever done. It was really neat to see.
I've prepared for World Cups before, and I've won 2 World Cups, so it's, to me, I kind of know what to prepare for, and winning the Millennium is kind of, we won the Millennium, and then it's out of my head. It's out of my head until we win what we've, we set our goals for, and that's World Cup,
What do you think about getting a good burst and bringing your gun up? I think you'll beat, no, you.
What?
Going to the corner.
Hard over here. Is it hard to tell?
Like a 3-step burst, then get your gun up and shoot. Because I think you'll beat that guy on the inside. Hey! Kill the stake! Bingo! Bingo, Zach! Like, that pisses me off, dude. That shit right there pisses me the fuck off. How did they run us down in our corner?
I don't know how Nick didn't trade him. Nick was, what?
I want to win with my best friends and I want to win with my family, and it's gotten to that where it's cutting so deep where I'm trying to dig from every nook and cranny of my body to pull everything out and do that, because I'm not winning. I'm not going out there trying to win points and win tournaments for myself like I used to do, because that's how I was. I would play for myself and play like, okay, I just want everyone to see that I'm this great player. Whereas now, I don't care what anyone else thinks about me anymore. It's one of those things, like, all I care about is the person next to me. When I know we want to shit pump Revo and welcome them into the league, but one guy bunkering their guy is not going to be as efficient as 3.
This is exciting times, guys. You really think about it, we got 4 days left together. Maybe a few more after that, depending on what we're doing. But this is really special, guys. Special moment in the history of Impact. And I just want to say it's proud to be in this room. There's a lot of guys that want to be here. But this is a special room. So let's do it together.
Family on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Family!
Hey, there's a girl.
Most important event of the year, 2014 PSP World Cup. So many stories that we've seen so far throughout this season are all going to conclude here at this event.
To see where I am going.
Football has the Super Bowl, tennis has its Wimbledon, and paintball has World Cup. The industry culminates at the Fantasy of Flight for one last event before the cold off-season begins. For Impact, it's their last stop to meet with sponsors, fans, and of course the tournament. Their standing has once again put them in a great position to win the season title, but their goals are far more ambitious. They are here to win World Cup and the season championship title. Winning the title will give them the notorious World Champion label that only a few teams have ever accomplished. Their first of 4 preliminary rounds will be against Baltimore Revo, a brand new team to hit the Champions Division.
When I first started playing, I'd jump on with the team. You know, if teams aren't ready, I'm coming. I want to instill that fear into teams I play. So against a team like Revo, we've never really played Revo, so it's kind of like, you know, we're not going to give them an inch. And if they leave that gap open, well, we're going to make them pay for it.
You have to be careful because, you know, any good team can beat any good team any day of the week. If you're not on your game, you know, if things don't go right, penalties can be an issue. So the way we mentally prepared for that was to sort of tell ourselves, don't take them lightly. You know, have the confidence that you're going to win, but you don't want to take them lightly. Anything can happen. I think it's important just for mentality-wise, you know, when we play them again in the future, they're going to remember what happened, you know. You don't want them to forget. You want them to know exactly how it felt to play you guys. Try to do that to everybody, but sometimes it goes a little bit better, you know.
When I see these new teams come up, and I'm like, I'm gonna welcome these guys to the league, and then I tell the whole team, I'm like, let's welcome these guys to the Pro Division. You know, they want to step up. We'll show them. We'll show them what it's like to play at our level, and I go out there ruthless.
You know, we're not friends out there, you know, at that moment. I don't care who you are. You could be my, you know, my best friend, you know, my girlfriend, my mom, my grandma. You know, I'm gonna treat you the same as any other opponent.
Bacon or J-Rab. That he would have done that to anybody, I think. Like, even a friend, you know.
You know, I've played with my mom before, and I bunkered her, or I shot her in the butt, and it was hilarious. So there's no love from me out there. You know, I could be playing toddlers, and I won't hold back.
Just never give up, and we'll beat you down every time. We don't really care who we're shooting in the head. It doesn't matter who's in that corner. J-Rab's probably still going to shoot the guy in the head.
In case you guys are just tuning in, we do have one more game coming at you, and it's a great one. Edmonton Impact taking on Tampa Bay Damage, and Tampa Bay Damage is going to want to put it on Impact because they have not beat Impact all year long. They played them at every event. They've lost 4 times.
I just know every time we play them, it's going to be a fight. Every point, every gunshot, every move, everything we do. It's not easy.
Yeah, you know, whenever we play Damage, it's always going to be a tough game. I've never really had an easy game against Damage, I would say. Luckily, I think this year we had their number a little bit. First 3, I think we played them actually every single event.
They're good paintball players. They're really good paintball players, and they want to win really bad. So when you have 2 teams like that, it's always going to be a grind. Even if it's 4-0 or 4-1, it doesn't feel close while you're playing it, even though it looks like it.
You know, I don't believe in a team having another team's specific number. Where the stats say that, you know, we bested them in this past year, I wouldn't say that. It's not that, oh, we beat them 5 times, that we're automatically going to beat them. You know, it's one of those where we know that it's going to be a grinder. We know that it's going to be a close game, and it's going to come down to the wire like it does every single time. They're never blowouts.
Yeah, so things getting tense here. 2 on 4. Tampa Bay Damage, the window is open for them. But Justin Rabikoff fighting for his life right now. Looks like he is the only player left alive to try to stave off the attack of Tampa Bay Damage. But I don't think the Tampa Bay Damage has the body count right. Now Brian Smith has figured it out. Brian Smith sharking down the field, and they are going to be able to, they don't even have to run him down as Justin Rabikoff loses a gunfight. Just too many bodies, nothing he can do there. And so Tampa Bay
got ourselves a tie
game with 50 seconds left.
With no team able to score in the last 50 seconds, the match went into a 3-minute overtime to settle the last point of Friday prelims.
Body drop early for them. Yeah, body drops early. It's Zach Yakmek on the Edmonton Impact playing the aggressor. And it looks like that's the only way that Justin Cornell knows how to roll. But he ended up
getting shot across the field.
Yeah, but the aggression cost him, so he's going to come off. And now that puts a situation where Tampa Bay Damage with a minute 44 left to go. And now Rainey comes off. So here comes the attack. Chad Huzier in the center. Brian Smith on the snake.
Chad just gets taken out in the A. So.
But yeah, so Huzier gets taken out in that center A. He comes off. Here comes Brian Smith, and I think
wow,
Brian
amazing
Smith.
Game. Look at that.
Brian Smith having a game right there, man.
Yeah.
But being 1-1 going into a Saturday, especially like a Saturday at World Cup, is going to be, it was a lot of pressure on us, you know. You lose another game, then you're really on the fence. So I mean, basically going into Saturday, it's win 2 or go home.
Here, and then he's like,
switches.
Then that, yeah.
No, it wasn't like a terrified, like, oh shit. I like knew he was coming.
I'm surprised that guy didn't get it.
I am too.
Because I'm pretty sure I was shooting him well before.
That's how I knew he was coming. It's because I heard him getting shot.
And the hate is gonna hate.
That I'm seeing it. That I'm seeing.
You know what I mean? A memento shift. It happens. We just can't let it affect us that much, right?
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying is pretty much, to generalize it, well, let's not dwell on it.
Yeah,
we
it's
played,
over. That's
we
right.
played, we
It was a
played
good
good.
Yeah.
But we need to understand we got stuck here.
Yeah.
And we need to change this.
There's pressure right through every game to win in the PSP. It is, you just can't afford it to lose too many or too many points. Even a point spread is very important. So, but that game, I think we kind of shook it off and said, okay, let's get going again.
With Friday's 1-1 record, the team must win both matches to move on to Sunday. Their season title was on the line. At this point, it's win or go home.
Hey ho, on the road again, moving on forward. Sticking stones won't break a bones. We're in the car on a highway. It's only magical feeling that no one's got a hold. You're a catalyst to your own happiness, you know. 'Cause it's your heart.
JC is in the snake somewhere. And he gets clipped, something stupid, and he gets a penalty. And I see the ref throw the penalty, and he looks at me, but according to the rule books, you're not eliminated until that ref comes and pulls you out of the game. So I saw him, and he looked, we connected eyes, and he stared at me, and he started running at me, and I was like, nope, not happening, not today. And so I just sprinted to the other side of the field, just shooting my gun, hopefully that I could kill someone in time, or the ref would just give up on me. But he was determined. I think it was because we actually locked eyes. Like,
playing 187 to me is always kind of like that backyard football game that you had growing up as a kid, and then putting it under the lights, you know what I mean? Like you have that knowledge of each other's moves and that excitement of beating your friends, but at the same time you get to do it in front of a bunch of people. So that's what playing 187 always means to me.
It's your heart, it's alive, it's pumping
Paintball is one of those cool things where you make a lot of friends, and I think it's harder to lose those friends than it is to make them. So when you have that bond with someone, I mean, they're always going to be your friends. You know, you play with people on a team, even if it's for a season or even for a half a season. Brothers in arms, you know, you don't lose that.
it's your heart, it's alive, it's pumping It's your heart, it's alive, it's pumping
Oh yeah, I always talk to them after that match. I'm pretty sure I won $20 after that match.
Impact believes in their work ethic, their talent, and their family. Their belief is infectious, instilling momentum and a collective force that is unmatched. This wasn't just another prelim match, this was the fork in the road. Lose and your season is over, but make it to Sunday and achieve greatness. Throughout the 2014 season, Impact has found themselves down on points, only to fight back. It's a comfort zone of sorts, the first punch that doesn't knock them out. After losing the first point, Impact answers back with 4 straight points.
You know, Vicious is the type of team where if we get on a roll, I feel like once we're in control, like it's kind of game over. So in this situation, you know, they beat us, we come back, you know, we get a couple points, we're feeling good. And then that's kind of I don't know if people started getting complacent or what happened, and then penalties also, momentum will swing, and they're fighting for their life, and we're fighting for our life, because whoever wins that game goes on.
Penalty now in Impact, so the door opens for Vicious a little bit. Can they take advantage of it? Still 5 players left alive for them. Just 3 right now for Impact. Oh, minor penalty right now on Justin Rabikoff, which is going to completely open that D side of the field up.
And Rainey just gets taken out of that corner, so.
Yeah. So
he takes out Trevor Reeser, so.
Yeah, but it looks like, so bodies dropping for both sides. Reeser gets shot. It's just Zach Yakimek left, and Nate Trader still alive.
I asked the ref on the snake side if I was clean, and he called me clean, but a ref on the inside saw a different hit from a different angle. So I looked over at him, he calls me clean, I'm like, okay. The guy comes to bunker me, so I stood up to trade with him, and I guess the ref on the inside thought I was playing on a little bit, but anyways, that happens, I get the penalty, and I'm in the box.
So I think that Zach Yakimek also tried to trade out with Sherman,
and he did,
and he's still alive, and he's just going to jump and trade out, and it looks like it's clean, and Sherman's got to be careful he doesn't get a penalty. Schrader's still alive, but under a minute left, he needs to run in. He's making sure that the field is clean, and it is, so he's going to hang it up with just 53 seconds to go. Now we got ourselves a 1-point game. Beat it out alive. Nobody has died for Vicious. They're running out of time. 35 seconds now.
There's one.
One body comes off for Impact. Impact still 3 bodies alive, 5 bodies alive for Vicious. Most of them at the 50-yard line or right by it. And here comes Zach Sherman to follow right into your screen, into the snake. They're heavy guns. Vicious is attacking. Past the 50-yard line. Trevor Reeser looking for it. He's looking for his move. 15 seconds left. Don't know if they're going to have enough time. Sauceman grabs the flag. Bodies start to drop for Impact, and it looks like Omaha Vicious is going to utilize that power play and hang the flag.
Rainey, you got to live, man. On to the next overtime.
Come on, let's go, guys. OT, let's do this.
Hey, overtime. Forget about it. Overtime.
Need my goggles.
Sauceman stuffs it onto the flag station to tie the game up with 5 seconds left. What an amazing come from behind. Tying the game up here. Omaha Vicious getting a gift from the paintball gods. A major penalty, which will carry on over to overtime.
So in that moment, it's crazy. Like once the momentum starts going one way, you can feel it, and you're like, oh man, they're coming, and they're coming hard.
The overtime point is to be played 4-on-5 with Zach Yakimek in the penalty box for 1 minute. A season title and a shot at World Cup Sunday hinged on this point.
It's like riding a roller coaster, especially watching those points. You go out, your team's down a body off the break immediately. You lose a guy really early, and then you're sitting in the pits like, holy shit, like, what do you do? You feel so helpless being in the pits at that point because your season's hanging on the line. You've worked so hard the entire year, and just the way things worked, you didn't get to go out for that point. And seeing like 1 or 2 of you guys get shot, and then the possibility of your whole season kind of crumbling just because of a few points or a few mistakes by players like that, it's an incredibly stressful moment.
It's just Omelet and Bacon on that side pulling it out, and Bacon was just dug into the Dorito, and Omelet's in there, and then all of a sudden I hear kill 1, and I get a little bit of a goosebumps, and then I hear kill 2, and then Bacon shoots a dude, and then they trade, and then Omelet shoots a guy, and now it's 2-1, and I'm pumped on the sidelines, just pacing back and forth like, oh my God, we're gonna win this. And then
I was underneath the bunker. I mean, I couldn't be any more hidden from their team than I was. I was literally like underneath this Dorito, just hiding, trying, hoping, because I know I have 2 guys on me. So I know those 2 guys aren't shooting at Zach coming out of the penalty box. So those are 2 guns that he'll be able to, they won't shoot at him, and that he can get out of the penalty box, and then we can bring it out.
Funny, like any other day or game, I would have been freaking out. I would have been really upset. Like I let everybody down. There was a strange feeling that I just knew that they had it.
1.
Does he make it out? He makes it out.
He
Look
makes
at
it
that.
out.
That was huge.
Wow.
Maybe he can make something happen.
Let me just take out Trevor Reeser. So it's Ryan Bortle here all alone on the snake side.
you know, we've seen crazier things happen, but
and he gets eliminated.
And then they win it. And I was like, man, like that was one of those ones where I was like, I didn't think we were going to win it. I did not think it. I thought, that's it. It's over. So I remember I was just ecstatic. I couldn't believe it.
I'm fucking serious. I know.
Yeah, Zach! Way to fucking be, baby! All fucking day!
Way to hide.
Sorry, guys, for this.
Way to hide.
Hey, no worries.
Sorry for the suspense. Ref wasn't calling me out, so I'm going to keep fucking...
That's all right. Hey, way to go, guys. Good shit, boys.
Almond back?
All right. Hey, Almond. Super job, man.
Let's say again.
Way to go, buddy. Thank you. Almond, way to play the game.
Fuck, my bad on that last fucking 50-second point. I should have just fucking did this and looked inside.
It's true.
I knew it.
We had a lot of my bads this last game, guys. That game shouldn't have been that score.
I fucked up, too.
Listen, guys. We talk about reaching it. Zach, you come into the penalty into the pit with us, and you say, if the ref's not going to give me a penalty, I'm just going to keep doing it.
But I looked at the guy, I was like, do something.
Zach,
he's
you
like,
know you got
nothing.
shot.
Yeah, but they called
Then
me.
walk off the field.
Yeah, you're right,
That's the plan.
You're right.
Not to do that.
You're right.
That's a reach.
You're right.
Thank you.
You're absolutely right.
That's a reach, guys.
Fucked up. I'm sorry.
Right. But that's not the excuse. It's over. We move on.
Yeah.
Did it? I can do
And
that.
same with, I think, who we playing tomorrow? Archaeos. Archaeos, they're going to do that dig round on this side. We know that he's going to do it. It's going to be fair off. He's going to do that. Dude, I have a great shot from back there, from Utah or from that thing.
Get some rest. Let's go fucking play some paintball tomorrow.
We got another day, guys.
Oh, yeah.
We got some more fun.
Yeah, baby.
Let's fucking get excited and let's fucking do it tomorrow.
We survived to always play on this day, right?
Yeah.
That's what we're fucking made for, right?
Let's go, boys.
Now we got to get to the top two, right?
Let's do it. All year,
Now
all year is for tomorrow, guys.
Let's go, boys.
Fucking right. Do it. On 3. 1, 2, 3.
Well, I stepped out to use the restroom and I came back in from our meeting, and the demeanor had changed real quick. I was like, oh, we weren't talking about game plans. I was like, uh-oh, something happened. And so I kind of started to put 2 and 2 together that we brought up gameplay time. And I think something was said along the lines like, you know, it'd be nice to know if we're going to play, or can we get in earlier? If we can get in earlier, it's going to make it easier on ourselves.
Players also need to start a game off to be part of the game.
And I agree with that, because you look at this Vicious game, they lost the first point. So them losing a point, we're expecting to go out.
I don't agree, because on damage, I fucking sat, I would sit and it'd come to the semifinals and I wouldn't play to the 7th or 8th point. And they'd put me in there and then I played every fucking point. Because those dudes were fucking tired. And it's all in here, it's all in you in the pit. You gotta sit there and focus and just pay attention to the game. Like, I'm not saying you're not, but that's what it is. Man, when we played you guys in the finals, I didn't get to fucking start. Somebody fucked up, then they put me in when I was fucking cold.
Well, I mean, for a long time, I've been the captain of a team or run a team and kind of never been in that just player spot, you know? And what I was saying definitely probably got taken the wrong way, but at the same time, like at the core of it, I'm very team oriented. I want the team to do the best, and my comments that night were strictly to win World Cup, no matter how we were gonna do it.
You know, that situation when you're, I got to give Nick credit for bringing it up in one sense. But again, I think that's the type of team we are. That we're family, and we bring it up and we talked about it, and it was clear, and we made sure everybody understood how it was and how we make decisions. And yeah.
And I know you're ready. Yeah. And I know you're ready, Joe. But what you're asking me, if you ask me to get you in sooner, I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't know right now. Yeah. I know tomorrow when I'm playing the game. Okay. And I'm sitting there, Dave and I are chatting. I said, what do you think? Let's roll them again. Okay. Dave, I walked right towards you, said, and you've looked at me. Let's roll them again. There isn't a 1 and 2 line here. It's one. Because you guys have played and carry us at times when other guys haven't. Everybody's done it.
If it's to make the team better, I'm gonna say it and I'm gonna do it. And if that gets misconstrued, I think that people will figure it out along the way.
Very few can explain the jitters of World Cup Sunday. A season of commitment and passion landing on a small runway with no room for error. Impact had a long night ahead of them. Tomorrow morning would bring the semifinals of World Cup. A Riverside rematch between Impact and Archaeos.
with RKS, you know, we're always a hard game with them, back and forth, and get to the point, you know, and it's grueling because, you know, we've played a bunch of games by now. You're going back and forth. Lots of guys are double shifting. They're double shifting. So you get out there, you're tired, they're tired, and you can feel it. Like this game's going to be a battle, and you start playing, and you're like, man, this is a battle. So it gets that point when you don't want to do anything wrong. They don't want to do anything wrong. You're just trying to do the little things better than they're doing it. And to get to that point where you feel like you've put so much into it, and you're sweating, you're tired, but you're still going out there, and then for someone to look over and you see a penalty go up, and you're like, ugh.
Met. So they have Zach Yakmek, Justin Cornell, and Justin Rabikoff left.
Oh, but Impact getting a major penalty right here on Zach Yakmek, sending Justin Cornell to the box right now. Let's see, but Justin needs to rush in there so we can get this penalty out. Another major. Two majors on Impact. You are not going to see a very happy Bart Yakmek, I'll tell you that right now.
And I guess Bacon had got shot and tried to take the loader hit off while he's in the corner, so they pull him and then come pull me, and now we're playing some of the best in the business 3-on-5. And at that point, we're pretty much fucked, to say it nicely.
You kind of realize, especially playing against a team like that, when you get 2 majors and you're playing 3-on-5, it's over. Like Bart was in the pits, and I think he said, well, we got 1 major, and then somebody else says, no, Bart, we have 2 majors, and then it was just like, oh, well, fuck. And then you just know that you're not going to come back after that 4-4, playing 3-on-5.
And just like that, the Impact season was officially over. The last match of our story. The 2014 Impact roster started the year off with fears of relegation, but has ended the season with a 3rd place medal at World Cup.
Yep. And we've had a lot of fun. Hey, listen, let's have some fucking more fun next year and win some more fucking events. Yeah?
We know,
guys, the most important thing is we care. It's when you stop caring.
Yep.
And none of us stopped caring.
Yep.
Okay? Let's fucking keep our heads up. Let's have some fun now. I'm sorry. We had fun. Let's keep having fun.
Yeah.
Keep your heads high. You're world champions. Not too many teams can sit there and be a part of a team that says they're world champions. Series in
double
2 weeks. Double camps, guys.
Yep.
Fucking way to go, Impact.
And the cherry on top is you do get paid for winning the series also.
10 grand in your pocket. Good job, guys.
All right, boys.
Strippers!
Just like Paris, it took some time for the team to come to terms, but there was one huge upside. Impact was crowned the season champion in the Millennium Series, and also in the PSP, making them the world champions. And you pretty much know what happens next.
I say I'm too late. Got nothing in my brain. That's what people say. That's what people say. I go on too many dates, but I can't make them stay. At least that's what.
Ever since I started playing paintball, it's always been a dream. Ever since I watched the first tournament paintball, probably Dynasty way back in the day, or any of those old teams, it was like, I want to eventually do this. And I mean, we're lucky enough to be given the opportunity to play in these leagues with an awesome owner in Bart. And I mean, for me, leaving 2014 was cloud 9. A little bit bittersweet, of course, because we did want to win World Cup. But my goal going into World Cup was playing well enough to win a series so that I can go home and I can tell my friends that I'm a world championship paintball player.
And that's a special feeling. I don't think, when I look back, I'm going to look back at this year as being a very, very good, very fantastic year of being with some of the best people that I've got to know this year. The Bains, the Rainies, the J-Rabs. These guys are very special, very unselfish, and they all cared, which is, I think, made our year the best year ever.
You know what? Hey, look, hey, is that rubbing his loader? I don't want to say anything. On the back right. So I didn't say anything. That was nice. It's a guy.
All right, guys. You know Chad's hanging out here.
You know, he kind of was talking that, hey, you know, maybe this is my year to come. And I like Chad a lot, and he's on the team right now. And I said, Chad, are you all talk again, or is this really going to happen? And he says, no, this is going to really happen right now. So he came right at Cup. I mean, literally. And Chad came up, and he had a conversation with me and Bart and said, it's time for me to come over. And that was pretty much it.
And a major announcement. Major announcement. We are adding Chad Boucher from Tampa Bay, coming on Edmonton Impact for next year's Run for the Cup. Run for the
We did it! That's not the guy for me! I know it might be wrong, but I'm in love with JC's mom!
There you go. Keep going. Hard, 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 hard.
We did it! Yeah! Yeah! We did it! Yeah, Dave!
And after that first event, when people were like, you know, they don't want it. Somebody said on that field, and that person knows who it is, they said, they don't want it. And you know what? I think that answers the motherfucking question, saying, we do want it.
And party every day. Find it. We live it, baby, go to find your mind and yourself combining. Come and get your love. Come with me and escape. Out. And I need you. And I miss you. When you think time would pass us by.
How's the song go? Hipster kid, shake your titties.
Whoa, yeah!
Shouldn't
Sinus made a mistake.
given me the camera.
With the team nice and fired up, JC decided to take on some logistical automotive concerns by thoughtfully taking over a security guard's go-kart. With those problems behind us, it was time for Vegas.
Oh, I can do a respin. Wow, that's sweet. On the center? I don't know. Center? No.
Well, the reason why I did Vegas is I didn't want to go on a cruise and spend 7 days with these guys.
Hello, Poppy, come here. So this is all bloopers.
Because I was not going to sit on a boat and get... So we decided to take them to Vegas. That's the only reason why we went to Vegas.
Cena! Don't fucking pitch out! Cena! 1 minute! 1 minute! 1 minute! 1 minute!
New Year's was just shenanigans, just drinking shenanigans, having fun, letting loose, not two shits given, you know, bribing people to do fun activities. Thank you, Danny Park, best money I've ever spent. You know, like it was just us celebrating the year and, you know, all the shit we wish we could do every Saturday or Friday night and Saturday night as a team, but we didn't do. We held back. This is everything, all those times that we didn't do it, this was all combined into 3 days of fun activities at adult playland of the world, Las Vegas. Yeah, with Bartman leading the way, with the #1 hooligan, Bartman leading the way.
What happened with Danny? What was that?
Danny Park. Well, we were sitting there out in the cold, and I was kind of sick of being outside in the cold, and I wasn't drinking that night, and I was like, man, how do we get out of here? And I was like, well, maybe if I paid Danny on stage, it will get kicked out. And I was like, this will be worth it. It'll be fun. And I was like, Danny, how much would it cost you to go up there? I'm like, if I give you $100, what do you do? He's like, nah. I'm like, well, hey, somebody go 50? And like, I think Zane's like, yeah, I'll throw in 50. And he's like, no, I won't do it for 150. And then I asked J-Rab, and J-Rab's like, oh yeah, I'll throw in 50. And I'm like, $200? And 150 to 200, apparently to Danny, is a world of differences. So he was like, I'm doing it. So he decides to jump up on stage, and he was like, well, how long do I got to do it? Do I do it for this long? I'm like, listen, you know what $200 is going to feel like. If you don't do it, we're not going to give it to you. But if you do it right, we'll give you $200. So we didn't really tell him what to do, and I don't think he had a game plan, but man, it seemed like he choreographed that thing months ago.
Yeah, I just wouldn't know what to do with my strength anyway. Have we become a habit? Do we distort the I can't watch. Looking forward, now there's no turning backwards. Everyone's in the run, we belong to the
It was the best thing I've ever seen. Well spent $200. And then we got kicked out of there and we went to another place. And, you know, mission's a success for me at that point.
When you keep a jersey that you'll have for the rest of your life is very special. These are momentums that take you into memories, and that's what we got him, was a jersey that was with both logos from the PSP and the Millennium World Champions. And though that jersey will, it's one of 13, and it's a very special jersey because that's something that you climbed the mountain and conquered and did it, and something you'll always look back on, and you'll remember the friends and the family and the players you played with. And it was just, it had to be, and I think we had a great time, and it was a good come to closure and very important moment in Impact's history that, you know, that again will come down and say we went to Vegas and celebrated. Everybody was there, it was family, the wives, the girlfriends.
Hey team.
Hey Impact. Hey guys.
Hey Impact.
What's up guys?
The message I have for the team is thank you.
You know what, we had the best year we've ever had last year.
Man, you guys mean the world to me. I have so much fun.
You know, when times are tough, we banded together as a family, as brothers.
You know, I'm just so proud to be able to call you guys my friends.
This has been one of the best years of all of our lives.
I'm even holding back my real life for this. You know what? What is real life?
I just want to say you guys are my family, my extended family. I love you guys all like I love my own brother, maybe even a little bit more. He's kind of matured.
We talk and we preach about making a family and being friends, but we actually did it, and I think that was our greatest accomplishment this year.
We didn't worry about the next tournament. We didn't worry about the past tournament. We went to that tournament and tried to have the most fun and do the best that we could possibly do.
I think I've come to the conclusion that this is the funnest thing I can do at this point in time, so.
Fucking kudos to us, and
I'm probably gonna look back at those first 6-7 months and think, man, those were probably the best times of my entire life. That was maybe where I peaked.
I don't know where I would be if I didn't come on this team and be with you guys and build a relationship.
It's going to be a very hard thing to top, especially winning both series.
I'm just going to keep doing it, and hopefully you guys feel the same way, and let's win again.
And just thank you for making this, you know, one of the best years I've ever had. Not only in paintball, but in life, you know.
Look what we did.
And let's keep going.
Let's bring another one home.
So 2015, here we come.